stunning new poll reveals Liberals and Conservatives in neck-and-neck battle for power. Canada's political landscape is currently charged with excitement and uncertainty as the latest polling data reveals an incredibly tight race between the Liberal Party, led by Prime Minister Mark Carney, and the Conservative Party. The snap federal election held on April 28, 2025, has set the stage for what could be one of the most fiercely contested elections in recent memory. Canadians find themselves deeply divided on the future direction of the country, with no clear consensus emerging. As the Liberals enjoy a surge in approval ratings under Carney's new leadership, the Conservatives remain a powerful opposition, keeping the contest wide open and unpredictable. Mark Carney's rise to the position of Prime Minister marked a significant turning point for the Liberals. Following Justin Trudeau's resignation amid political fatigue and controversies, Carney offered a new style of leadership that many Canadians perceived as more pragmatic and less polarizing. While the Liberal Party's core policies haven't dramatically shifted, Carney's approach is noticeably different. He projects a calm, measured demeanor, appealing to voters tired of the drama and division of previous years. This shift has helped improve the government's overall public image and explains the steady climb in approval ratings since he assumed office. Canadians appear willing to give Carney a chance, hoping for stability and sensible governance. Despite this apparent boost in support, the Liberals' grip on power remains fragile. The most recent polling puts the Liberals at 41% support, just slightly ahead of the Conservatives, who are polling at 40%. This razor-thin margin underscores how closely divided the electorate is, with neither party commanding an outright majority of voter enthusiasm. The New Democratic Party, NDP, continues to hold an important third position with about 9% of the vote, which could be a deciding factor in tightly contested ridings. Meanwhile, smaller parties such as the Bloc Québécois and the Green Party continue to maintain modest, but potentially impactful shares of the electorate, adding complexity to the overall political picture. One of the most notable aspects of the current political moment is the resilience and steady support for the Conservative Party under Pierre Poilievre's leadership. Despite the media scrutiny and the blow of losing the recent election, Poilievre has maintained a strong connection with a core group of supporters. His emphasis on economic reform and criticism of government spending resonates with many Canadians who feel the pinch of inflation and high taxes. Poilievre's ability to maintain relevance and even improve his approval ratings suggests he is successfully reshaping his public image and broadening his appeal, an important factor in such a competitive race. Geographical divisions play a major role in this political standoff. The Conservative Party continues to dominate in Western Canada, particularly in Alberta, where their support hovers around a commanding 60%, and Saskatchewan, with support at approximately 54%. These provinces have long been Conservative strongholds, with voters often expressing frustration with federal policies perceived as neglectful of their economic and social priorities. British Columbia and Ontario, however, present far more contested battlegrounds, with voter preferences nearly evenly split, reflecting diverse populations and competing interests. Quebec remains the Liberals' fortress, where Conservative support lags at around 19%. The Conservatives' failure to make inroads in Quebec is often attributed to their hesitant stance on supply management reforms, a critical issue for many Quebec farmers and consumers. Many within the party argue that addressing this issue more directly, even at political risk, could be key to gaining ground in the province. Urban versus rural dynamics further complicate the electoral landscape. Urban centres across Canada tend to lean Liberal, especially among university-educated voters who often prioritize progressive social policies and comprehensive public services. In contrast, Conservatives find their base in suburban and rural areas, where voters often favor smaller government, lower taxes, and more market-friendly policies. This urban-rural divide is a defining feature of Canadian politics today, making broad national appeals challenging for both parties. Demographic trends reveal additional nuances. Women have historically tended to support the Liberals, but recent polling indicates that the Conservatives have made some gains among female voters, narrowing the gap to 37% support compared to the Liberals' 41%. Among men, the Conservatives maintain a slight edge, polling at 42% compared to the Liberals' 40%. Age-wise, Conservatives remain strongest among middle-aged voters, while Liberals enjoy greater support among seniors, particularly in Eastern Canada. Older voters often benefit from federal programs like the Canada Pension Plan and may be more forgiving of government shortcomings due to their reliance on these supports. Mark Carney's personal approval rating has also seen a dramatic turnaround. When he first took office, only about 19% of Canadians viewed him positively, with a significant portion holding negative opinions. Today, nearly half the population expresses a favorable view of the Prime Minister. Carney's calm, steady leadership style, combined with his technocratic background, has helped soften opposition and gain the respect of many voters, even those who remain skeptical of some Liberal policies. Similarly, Pierre Poilievre has managed to rehabilitate his image to some extent, shrinking the gap between those who approve and disapprove of his leadership despite ongoing media challenges. Economic issues continue to dominate voter concerns. Many Canadians are worried about rising taxes, government spending, and the overall health of the economy. The Conservatives have capitalized on this by proposing bold reforms, including a plan for a 20% across-the-board tax cut that would apply to individuals and corporations alike. This proposal aims to energize voters frustrated by what they see as excessive taxation and inefficient government programs. It also positions the party as the defender of economic freedom and fiscal responsibility, themes that resonate strongly in many parts of the country. For the Liberals, the challenge is to translate their improved public image into concrete policy successes that address the everyday concerns of Canadians. Carney's government must demonstrate its ability to tackle inflation, improve healthcare access, make housing more affordable, and meet climate commitments. Success in these areas could solidify the government's support and fend off the Conservative challenge. Failure, on the other hand, could open the door to a shift in voter allegiance. As the campaign intensifies, expect the political debate to sharpen around who offers the best vision for Canada's future. Regional dynamics, demographic shifts, and voter turnout will be decisive factors. Both parties will need to craft messages that appeal to a broad coalition while maintaining the loyalty of their core supporters. The coming months will be crucial in defining which party can inspire Canadians to entrust them with the country's leadership. In the end, Canada faces a critical choice. The Liberals, under Mark Carney's steady hand, have regained some public confidence and enjoy a slight edge in the polls. But the Conservative Party remains a powerful contender, poised to capitalize on widespread calls for change and reform. This neck-and-neck race promises intense political drama and high stakes as Canadians prepare to decide the nation's path forward. Stay informed and engaged. This is a defining moment for Canadian democracy. If my analysis gave you a clearer picture of the political landscape, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.